Hi, I'm Patti Parker, and you are listening to My Friends in Philanthropy. Our mission is to make nonprofit stories more accessible to the people who need their services, to the volunteers who give their time, and to the donors who make it all possible. Join us as we celebrate community impact through authentic, inspiring conversations. Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of My Friends in Philanthropy. I'm Patti Parker, CFP, and I am the host of this event. And I want to introduce you to a very dear friend that I've known for a long time, and I've seen the wonderful work that she does. And I want you all to get to know her the way I do. Now, remember who this is for. All of these episodes are for three audiences: those who need help, those who give help, and those who help the helpers. So if you're listening and you need help, I want you to get to know Sue and see how maybe reaching their organization can help you. Let's get started. Hey,
Oh,
Sue.
hi, Patti. It's a privilege to be with you. Always.
Always. So I met Sue years ago. I don't even know how many years ago now. She was putting on this wonderful Christmas event as an experience to get to know the Brain site or brain.org. What is the appropriate name of your organization?
Our organization is Brain Rehabilitation and Injury Network. That is who we are, but our email is thebrainsite.org.
Got it. Perfect. So Sue and I met, we got to know each other. I want to tell you something, Sue. You may not know this or remember. You had everybody, and how many people were there? Like 250 people at this event, something like that. And she asked them, she said, if you or someone you know has had a brain injury of some sort, raise your hand. And I'm sitting there with my hands on my lap and I'm looking around going, oh my, I didn't realize so many people were involved. Since then, our family has experienced stroke and closed head injury from blast due to the war. So now I would raise both hands. Yeah.
I think that's what's happening when this organization started. I was only really dealing with my own family.
Do you mind telling us about that a little bit?
Oh, of course, I wouldn't mind. It was our daughter who was born with a traumatic delivery. They really looked at me first in the process to keep me alive. I appreciate that. But it gave our dear Kristen a brain injury without oxygen for several minutes. And this can and often does cause great, great problems, not just for the person, but for the entire family.
Right.
So when it started, I just knew there were people who had a brain injury similar to mine or a myriad of other injuries, like from car accidents, a gunshot wound, a skateboard accident, all kinds of things, because our brains are really the CEO of our entire body. So there are so many ways that you can receive one. But I want to say this. Once you've seen one brain injury, you have seen one brain injury, because each is so unique, so
You're
different.
so correct. Yes. Yep. So I'd like to go through our regular group of questions, right? Who are
Sure,
you? What do you do? Who do you serve? How would they
sure,
reach you? What would that look like? Because
sure.
I want this to be consistent. I want our listeners and subscribers, thank goodness for all you guys, to know what to expect with each phone call,
Sure.
episode, conversation, whatever we're doing. Whatever we're doing here, right?
Yeah.
So, Sue, tell me about you. Why did you start this? You had a daughter with a brain injury, but why start brain? What was the idea behind that?
Well, I basically wanted to help my own daughter. Um, my husband and I looked everywhere to find the kind of help that she needed. Interestingly enough, Kristen does not take part, even today, very much of what we do. Someone told me when years and years ago when we were starting, you cannot make an organization and have it all around your one person. It has to reach out to everyone. And so I think it was God's gift to me to give me Kristen with an injury that she, in fact, today doesn't understand that she has an injury because remember, she was a newborn baby and we
Oh, so
didn't.
she didn't know any different.
No, she didn't know. We saw changes in her behavior, her thinking process. She was extremely verbal. And so that threw us off. You know, she's fine. She's very verbal, but emotionally, cognitively, she could not keep up. She could not do the work at school. So her dad and I actually, I admit it, we became her frontal lobes. And so that's how we even found out at 31 when technology caught up with our search for help. Brain scans were not happening in 1975, 78.
Is that when she was born?
She was born in 75. Yeah.
Okay.
She's 50 years old today. What happened to her?
How did that
And
happen?
when did that happen? But you know, we absolutely love her, help her, go to her. She lives in a board and care about a half an hour, 45 minutes away here
Okay.
in Southern California.
Okay, so let
And
me ask you that. Good segue.
yeah,
So if somebody were to get a hold of you, I'm jumping ahead of the horse. You know I do that.
sure.
But where are you located?
We are located in Cypress, California.
Okay.
Um, kind
And
of,
you have a facility. You have an on-site facility.
we do. We have an
Okay.
on-site facility. We have therapists. We have volunteers. We have donors. We have survivors. We have family members. Oh my goodness. And in fact, since I talked to you, Patty, just in the last few weeks, we're painting right now 2 doors down from our facility, and we've opened another suite. And we're very excited about it because we need more room. We have
You
more
do.
people coming.
Let's talk about who do you serve. So if somebody's listening or a family member or friends listening and they go, "Oh, wait a minute, they could help my person." Who is it? Who is it that you serve? What kind of person?
The kind of person is an adult,
Okay.
18 years of age and older.
Okay, that's good to know.
Um, and listen, that is because there are so many programs for children. but there is nothing really happening for adults with a brain injury. So we deal with closed head TBIs, traumatic brain injury from an accident. And we also deal with adults who have vascular issues, a stroke, an aneurysm, something of that sort. And I think the best way to know who is in our sweet spot, the people usually have been diagnosed by a doctor. They have gone to the hospital. They have an issue. They were in an accident or they had a stroke. But you and I both know, Patti, that often doctors, they're so overrun and overloaded.
Yeah.
And these people are often sent home after the insurance runs out because it does. There's no real help in rehab in the brain injury world. There's no real money in rehab. So we take people, regardless of their financial situation, we try to help people find the right therapy for them. It might be speech, it might be cognitive, it might be emotional help they need. It might be strength training for their bodily deficits.
Okay.
It might be,
Because, like, for example, with the stroke, sometimes you see people post-stroke
oh,
and they're
yes,
limping or they can't use a limb or something. So that's what you're talking when you're saying, okay, okay, I hear you. I do
mm,
hear you.
brain injury honestly is a hidden, often hidden injury
Hidden,
because
hidden
people
injury. Is that okay?
hidden, HIDDEN, it is secret because people might look at someone with a stroke. They might hide their arm that doesn't work
Uh-huh.
correctly. They might have speech issues. They go through, Wendy's for fast food and they can't really say they want a cheeseburger. They can't say
Yeah,
the word, but instead they'll say fries. And it comes out and they get fries day after day. They don't want the fries, but they're not going to tell the people,
yeah,
I can't talk. We
okay,
accept people here for who they are, not what they can't do. Does that
yeah.
make sense?
Oh, it makes perfect sense. And this will probably be on replay. Some of you guys be listening, months later, but right now it is May of 2026. So I'm having Sue on during this month because every episode, every week for the month of May is going to focus on veterans. Sue, tell me a little bit. And okay, so you don't have to be a veteran to be with you. I know that I've met
Oh,
several of your families and I've, gotten to know them. And it's, baseball injury, skateboard injury, falls, car accidents, stroke, gunshot, as you said. Um, there was one family that, the poor person had been attacked, right? So there's all kinds, all
oh yeah.
kinds.
Oh
But
yes.
those of you who have listened before, this is near and dear to my heart. My oldest son, Jared, was in a wreck, and I didn't realize until
Um,
somebody brought it up. He had horrible PTSD, but he also had to help me with the wording for it. He had an explosion near him, and that is called a combustive injury. What is that called?
yes, it is.
Combustive injury.
Agree.
Yep, yep.
And
For a
we
close.
don't, yeah, we don't understand how our brain reacts
Uh-huh. Because he
negatively.
looked perfect. He
Yes,
looked
that's
perfect. We had no
what I'm
idea.
talking about.
No idea. So tell me a little bit specifically, since it is the month of May, we'll have you on again. We'll talk about something else. But since it is the month of May, we are looking at veterans. Tell me a little bit, if you
Okay.
will, your specific passion for the veterans that you serve.
Well, I'm going to tell you, and then you're going to want to put someone on for one of your podcasts this month. Sergeant Major James Schickel. I'm telling you, he alerted me years ago on the issue of PTS. He does not like to put the D on it for a disorder, or then you automatically label somebody as having
I
an
hear you.
issue. Do you know what I mean? Because
I do. I
our
do.
warriors are so important. We have decided since the very first, something that I don't advertise. Should I dare tell you? I love, well, I'm going to.
Of course you are.
We honor our veterans to the point of doing something about it. And we give all veterans from all branches in all conflicts scholarship to come and to have therapy for their PTS, for their cognitive issues, for whatever happens to them. Now, we don't put it on our website. Why? Because we would be shut down, we think, with all of the hordes of people that have these issues. So we
So
have to,
let me interrupt there a second,
yes,
because we have the ability to fix some of that.
of course.
So sometimes I don't talk about this on the episode, but I'm a certified financial planner, and I help families
Mhm.
mitigate taxes and do other things. And my
Yes,
favorite way to do it is through charitable planning. Now, we'll do a whole other episode about that. This is not about me. This is not about me making money. But do you
yes,
understand what she's
yes,
saying? Is that if Sue, not you personally, if her organization gets more donations, she can
yes,
open the doors to more people. That's
absolutely.
essentially it. So when you're saying scholarship, you're saying you don't charge them anything, or maybe a decreased amount.
Very, very small. Let me
Okay.
say this.
Let me ask you this really
Well,
quickly. If
okay.
somebody came in and they were wealthy and they had all the money in the world and they said, "Hey, we want to get all this wonderful therapy and we'll pay the cash price," right? Any idea how much something like that would cost? I mean, it would be different for everybody, right? But can you
Yeah,
give our audience like a ballpark?
it's different for everyone.
Sure.
Very different. But every time the front door opens, it's at least about $80,
Uh-huh.
whether they are getting massage, acupuncture, strength training, cognitive therapy, speech therapy, counseling, whatever it is going to cost because, let me say, we are not involved with the government even a little bit.
You're
Yes.
such a rebel. You're such a rebel.
Well, we pay our taxes, of course. So I want you to know that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as a nonprofit, I
So
did
let
not
me
want
interrupt. So you're a nonprofit. Are you saying you're
to.
a 501c3 corporation?
Absolutely.
Okay. So again, back to you guys. Um, 501c3 corporation, and you're a public charity? classified as a public charity or no? Or you don't know? We'll figure it out.
I think it's a
I'll let you
private.
guys know later. Anyway,
Yeah,
she's
you can look me up. I know that we have one wonderful standing with the Gold Star and all of that. So,
yeah. She's a public
yeah,
charity. Well, I'll
yeah,
clarify that for you and there'll be like a little note on the bottom. Anyway, the reason why I'm bringing this up
yeah.
is, I mean, if you give $50 and you're taking the standard deduction on your taxes, you can't write it off. But if you want to
Right,
do something more or are able to do something more, or you have a tax issue that you want to
mhm.
sell some low cost basis, highly appreciated asset, you get a hold of me and I can put the numbers together for you to benefit the brain site or brain recovery and injury.
Rehabilitation and Injury Network. It
What
is
she
an
said.
acronym. Yeah, it's an
What she
acronym for
said.
brain,
Anyway,
brain,
so
brain.
we could do that. So again,
Sure.
remember this three audiences. So number one, I'm talking to you guys who need help. I want
Yeah,
you to be brave enough to call Sue.
yeah,
And I know, especially you veterans, you want to stand up on your own 2 feet. You don't want to ask for help from anybody.
yeah.
I know because I'm a mom of a veteran who wouldn't want to ask for help. So you get out there, you call Sue, and we're going to have all her contact information. So, number one,
Okay.
those who need help, you guys. Number
Yes,
two, those who give help. That's Sue, and that's the brain site.
yes.
And it's how many staff do you have? I mean, and by staff, I mean volunteers and everything.
We probably have around about 100 volunteers. We have a very small staff, probably five
Uh-huh.
people for
That's
pay.
amazing that you guys are running all this.
Okay. I try to keep, our overhead. I, I'm I'm doing this because I want to do this.
Yeah, I
And
know.
so you know what I'm saying. And survivors are treated as individuals. Every survivor comes to us, and if they need a scholarship, a family needs it because their insurance has run out. Their SSI is not enough to handle
Hmm.
true help for rehab. We vet everyone who asks, and everyone has a different situation. So I can't give you an actual
Oh, I
number.
know.
Do
So
that.
I'm always shocked when we talk about this at how affordable your services are, even if they are paying cash. And that's
Yes,
because you keep this overhead so low. You've got
yes,
all these lovely volunteers. You're
yes.
not greedy trying to make money off of this thing.
And we have lovely, caring, amazing volunteers. Not just volunteers, donors. That's you, Patty. That is the myriad of people who are invested with us, not just to keep doors open, but I can call volunteers and, oh, could you ever talk to this person? I had a sergeant major last week come in and talk to one of our veterans just to encourage him. Okay. He did this out of the goodness of his heart. He's a donor financially as well, but we are hands on. We are not, and I'm speaking now to family, we are not a website that you go to for help and you click here and click there and you don't get a response and you click over there. No, you're going to call our organization and you talk to people who care about you and will try to get you connected with the right people to help you.
I love that so much about you. And please understand, I have known Sue for so many years,
Uh-huh.
so many years. And, I try to get as many of these podcasts up as I can. And when I decided that May was going to be Veterans Month, Sue was the first person I put on
Thank you. Thank you.
because I know
So,
the work she does. And this is a sad thing. Okay, you guys know my story. We lost Jared in September of 21. He was a shining star of a person, and
mhm,
he served 11 years in the Air Force,
mhm.
and he had PTS.
Yes. He
Um,
looked
he,
absolutely beautiful.
he was
He,
perfect. You would never know.
right,
You would
right.
never know. You would never know. But he also had the con combustible head injury. Is that what it's called? Is that the right term?
Yes.
Okay.
It
So
really
he
is.
was in an area that was bombing. They were bombing right near him, very close to him.
Yes.
Um, and then, he did top secret stuff, so we can't talk about that. I don't even know about it. He couldn't tell me, but
That's
I
right.
figure it out, I think. Look, I'm close.
Sure.
But anyway, so he had horrible, horrible brain injuries.
Yes.
And to look at him, you'd never know it. You'd never
Mhm.
know it. Um, Unfortunately, we didn't get help for Jared, um, because as many of you soldiers know, you are too strong. You don't want the help. You don't think you need the help. Or if you're still in the service, you don't want anybody to know about your issues because it could cost you your career. Am I correct? Does that
Correct.
sound right to you
Correct.
again, Stu? Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. So, okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about privacy. So let's say that because you're just down the street from Camp Pendleton,
Mhm.
right? So let's say we've got some active military, and you're close to San Diego, and you're close to, she's
Well,
Southern California.
we're
So
close. Close. We're in the same state. We're hours away from Camp Pendleton. Um,
relatively close.
but relatively close. But I
Yeah.
understand people's schedules as well.
Uh-huh.
And they can't take off every day to come for therapy. I understand that. So we do have some Zoom
Oh, that's nice.
abilities.
Okay, that's new, isn't it?
However, that's new. However, I truly think it is the personal touch. You understand this, Patty. Personal touch is different than even looking on the screen. If you were sitting here with me, we would have a cup of coffee or tea or a protein drink, and we would laugh and we would talk and we would listen to each other. It's harder to get that feeling on a Zoom. I admit that.
It's true.
So,
It's true. It's
yeah,
better than nothing.
sure,
But
sure.
okay, but let's talk about these active military. And
Okay.
they feel that there's a situation and they do not want the VA health side of it to know. They can contact you
Mm,
privately and you
sure.
will not share.
No, I I am bound by my word to
Uh-huh.
help this person.
Okay.
Now, I have to say, if they are in danger of hurting themselves or others,
That's
uh,
fair.
I I have to call someone. We have had situations where we absolutely, not very many, but a few that we had to contact family, and that would be first.
Right.
And
Right.
a danger to themselves and others
Yeah.
is something I'm bound by. You know that.
And that
But
is across the board, right?
absolutely,
That's absolutely
yes,
normal.
yes.
But if somebody said, "Geez, I really need some help," and
Yes.
they're not in that situation, they're not a danger to themselves or others, and
Right.
they can contact you or somebody at the organization and say, "I need help, but I really don't want the military to know about this." You can
What a-
keep that private.
oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I think that's kind of one of my issues right now, Patty,
Uh-huh.
personally. I'm carrying so many stories in
Yeah.
my I don't share anyone's stories, whether it's drugs and alcohol, prostitution, homelessness, divorce, all kinds of things. Because don't forget, every situation that a person might encounter, a brain injured survivor will experience those. Who do they talk to? Who do they go to? Who is going to hold their dark past? Because I believe in forgiveness. I believe in moving ahead. I believe that their story is so important. It's not everybody's business, and especially the government.
Yeah. So
That is a
if somebody wanted to reach out to you to get a hold of you, how would they
Mhm.
do so?
Okay, call the office. It
You wanna go
is,
ahead and verbally tell that number? We'll have it on the screen, but for those who are listening by audio.
yes, 714-828-1760.
Okay, so
Right.
they can call you. What
Yep,
is the website address? Because that's another way to get a hold of you guys, right?
it is www.thebrainsite.org.
Yep.
That
And for
is,
those of you who are watching this on YouTube or whatever, we'll have this
mhm,
at the bottom of the screen. But if you're listening to it
yes,
audio, www.thebrainsite, SITE.org.
brainsite.org.
So they can, is there a place on the website they can like click a button and get connected with
Oh,
you guys?
look at the website. There's a place to donate, I think, on every page. There is a way to talk with our phone number here at the office. And if
Uh-huh.
they call here and say, the person I want to talk to is Sue Rueb, that's right.
Uh-huh.
They
Yeah.
will give it. I'm telling you, they will
You're
help
not
you.
so high up on the food chain that you don't talk to anybody who wants to, right? I know better.
Come on, come on.
I know better. Yeah.
And again,
So
I
what would
want
that
you,
yeah,
yeah,
to
I
give
want you to.
comfort to those people who want to contact you, what would that first contact look like, Sue?
The first contact, I think, is the voice to voice conversation. I
Uh-huh.
really do. I think there's something about our voices. Everyone has a story, not just a survivor, but the family members of a survivor. They have a unique story um, of their own that circles around their brain injured loved one.
Yeah.
So, whoever you talk to them. Mention what you're going through. Talk about what you are dealing with. I think that is probably the first thing. I would like to talk to someone who is
Uh-huh.
experiencing hopelessness, um, frustration, depression, um, sadness. You know, there's only a few emotions: mad, sad, glad, embarrassed. Very few emotions, and the derivatives of those emotions, there's a plethora of. So
Yeah.
all of us had those things we deal with.
Uh-huh.
And so I think the first blush contact would be with Susan at the front desk,
Okay.
with Deborah at the front desk, with one of our therapists who's taking the phone for an hour while they maybe go to lunch. I mean, this place is just going all the time. And so that would be their first contact. They might want to send an email,
Okay.
and that would be Sue.Rueb,
Spell that.
R-U-B,
Hmm.
at thebrainsite.org.
And that comes directly to you, right, Sue?
Totally to me.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
yeah. And it might be, hey, we talked yesterday. I'm in trouble. Help. Something like that.
Yeah.
Or I need
Right.
to talk. Um, Something you need to know about our organization. I did tell you we are a nonprofit. We do not do insurance.
Mm-hmm.
We're not connected to a hospital or anything, but we are extremely connected to the God of this universe. Now, everyone is welcome. We have every religion, every race, every economic status involved here. People need help, they're people. But I will tell you, we as an organization, we are a Christian organization. So I don't have all the answers, but I would tell you that. I always tell our survivors, I will always tell you the truth. And one truth is, I don't know everything. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know every answer, but I know someone who does. And often I will just pray and ask God to give me wisdom. And He seems to do that very regularly.
I have to tell you, I met someone yesterday and it was a woman and she had a hoodie on and
Uh-huh.
it at the front of the hoodie says, I can't, comma, but I know a guy. And it had a cross on it. It was like, I can't, but I know a guy. It was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen that
You
before.
Bernie,
I
we
thought it
got
was
some,
terrific.
one of those survivors put some t-shirts together that said, I can. And it was kind of the opposite,
Mm-hmm.
that she can do all things through Christ who strengthens her. This kind of thing.
Right.
Um, we have, and I also know this, we have a very clear picture that sometimes Christianity, church, religion is a very hurtful thing. I know that. I know that. Because many of us have been hurt by man made religions. So I'm not going to dump the truck on anybody. I am respectful. I pray for them. But this is not a place where you will come and feel put upon.
So you don't have to be a Christian to
Oh
work
my
with you
goodness.
guys.
No,
Okay.
no.
So just anybody. You're a
I am,
Christian,
I am.
but you don't make everybody be a Christian to
No,
work with you. Yes? Okay.
No,
I think it's
no,
important that people know that.
I think it is too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want people to understand that there's help here.
Right.
We're not,
Regardless.
like I said, every religion, every faith, no faith, uh, whatever, but they have
Yeah.
a brain injury. That's what I want to talk to you about.
And it sounds like not just the people who have experienced the injury, but maybe the families.
Oh, yeah.
So I should have called you like some years ago, huh?
That would have been,
This is called guilty as charged.
that would have been great.
I should
Yeah.
have. I should have. We'll
That,
still have coffee sometime. I'm not
yeah.
over it. And
No,
you moms out there, you know what I'm talking about. Well, we're never over it, are we? So
no, no, over it. What does over it even mean? You know, uh,
yeah,
I'm never going to get over what happened to my daughter. I
50
wrote a
years ago.
book. I wrote a book. It's called Who's Crazy Now?
I know. It's a good one.
You
Hmm.
can get it on Amazon, and you can read my story, and it might help you understand why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Sue has an open door policy.
I do.
So what happens if they're reading or listening to this at 2 o'clock in the morning? Can they call and leave a message or how?
Absolutely.
Yeah, is that what they would
Yeah,
do? Okay.
sure.
Because
Uh,
you have a life, sort of, a little bit.
I
Not
do.
not so much, but anyway, but there's office hours, right? So if you call
There's
during office
office
hours,
hours.
but but if they feel the need to reach out, they can reach out anytime, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But
Okay.
leave a message. And
Mhm.
when, uh, the people get here in the morning, they would answer. They would answer the call, and they would let you know. We will have a therapist call you. We will have Sue call you. We would like to be able to return that call within 24 hours.
Yeah, that's great.
Doesn't always happen because life happens.
Right.
And I'm happy that no one has come in here this time. I'm grateful. So
I know.
if we're,
They gave us a few minutes, huh?
that's right. But of course they can leave a message. And
Great.
I will be in touch with you with a couple of names that
Okay.
I think would really help you in understanding what is going on presently with our military. I can only relate through our survivors here
Yeah.
who wanted the help. But in fact, we are situated, we have two suites now of therapies. And so, right in between our suites is post 295 for the Veteran Administration. It's basically a bar, right?
Well,
But
it's not the veterans. You're talking about the VFW.
it's different. Yes, you mean the women.
No, no, no,
They're,
no. Wait, it's not the Veterans Administration. Is it the VFW or
yeah,
okay.
yes.
Okay. So don't think that the Veterans Administration is a bar. It's not.
No, 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 no. Connected, yes,
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
woman. And you know what they do there? They talk with each other.
Mm-hmm.
They enjoy each other's company.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is a wonderful place. And I'll tell you, those guys help me tremendously.
I bet.
They loan me chairs and equipment when I have a big group. They stand there and protect me as I walk in, even from my car. They are wonderful people.
Yeah. Yep.
And so I'm happy to be situated next to
I think
Post
it's perfect.
25. It's perfect.
It's perfect. I love it so much. Okay.
Yeah.
So we got to wrap up because we'll go
Okay.
for 14 hours, which I would love. But okay, so listen, remember, if you need help, if you're a mom and you're trying to help your kiddo, or you're a wife, or you're a survivor, or whatever, you contact Sue. So the website to reach Sue Rueb and Brain is
Yes.
www.thebrainsit.org.
Yes.
Sue,
Perfect.
thank you for being on. Thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for everybody who can get to go see you personally in Southern California in the city of Cypress. Thank you for the people who can call and get services via Zoom, regardless of where they are. And thank you for your heart. I appreciate you very much. And thank you for being my friend. Thank you so much for listening to My Friends in Philanthropy. If you'd like to learn more about any of the organizations or services we've talked about, visit myfriendsinphilanthropy.com. You'll find all the links and all the details there or in the description below. If you or someone you know needs support, please don't hesitate to reach out. And if you're in a position to give, consider donating or volunteering. Your generosity truly makes a difference. I'm Patti Parker, and I can't wait to share more inspiring stories with you next time.